Well, we say good evening, ladies and gentlemen. My name is KWAME Okawicks, here for the Panorama, and we are here somewhere in Dixville, to be exact. You see, that's the way there. But we're here, on this property, believed to be owned by, Nelta Anderson, who lives in the United States of America. She's a Liberian adult woman. Traveled to the U.S. Some years ago. She was able to save her earnings, and then was then recommended by a brother to one Edwin Tikwa, who were posing as a contractor. And in the process, Edwin will then, according to Madam Anderson, they had a deal for $14,500 to construct this property you see right here. But we will take our camera closer so that you see how this lady was duped into believing that she was going to get her money's worth. What you're looking at here is brand new foundation, and this is not unprecedented. This is something that is happening all across the country, where diasporans living in the United States work hard for the money, send money back to relatives, and even hundreds of thousands, millions, and they come back to something that they just can't believe. Some of them will end up losing their lives in the process. But I will walk you through this particular story so you see what exactly happened. But first, we have Madam Anderson on the line from the USA, who will tell us exactly what happened. Ma'am, how are you?
I'm fine, thank you.
Okay. Walk us through what happened with regards to the property. And I know you are at work. That's why we're using only your audio. And we have the second contractors here who will walk us through. But tell us about this property.
The property was sold, and someone recommended Edwin to me, my brother, which I don't want to mention his name.
Go ahead.
And when my brother recommended him to me, he said, well, I think it's a good deal. He charged me $14,000 for the foundation only. So I asked
You mean, hold on. You mean he charged you 14,000 United States dollars for this right here?
14,000. And I asked him if I could give him $13,500.
And you said, okay, go ahead.
And I asked him if I could give him $13,500 because he was, saying that, oh yes, he was recommended that he was a good person.
Mm-hmm.
But after giving, I kept sending the money. He would tell me, oh, in 3 weeks' time, everything will be done. And after so time, things will be done. And I just couldn't believe, it was going to be done. At the time, he told me it was going to be done. And I started to send people, every time to monitor for me. Things were not going that way. When I speak to him, he said, oh, people just like to undermine people in Liberia. That's how people behave.
Uh-huh.
So, and every time I send someone, they would do the recording. I'll have every proof of the recording, how things were going. And I call him, when I keep calling him, sometimes he will answer or sometimes he will not. But when this went on, I sent the recording to him to see the mess that he did. And then he told me, oh, he was sorry. People have been going on the ground. Actually, he was going to fix it for me. But I can't get anything fixed because what he did was nothing to be fixed. It was beyond repair.
Right.
So I just have to go with other contractor. And then since then, been asking for the money. I said, I'm not going to let this just go by because somebody else could be the victim also.
Right.
So I'm not just going to let this go by. He has to refund my money that, I have paid. And he told me, oh, he was all the time. He would come back. And I told him, I'm not there, but my granddaughter would be there for me. So whenever you're ready to pay the money, I was introduce her to you, and which I did. I exchanged number with the both of them. And she was out of the country also, and she returned. Not getting him, he was cut the call off. you know, he blocked me. He's not responding to my own. He said he lost the phone and he did not have my number anymore. He have to ask my granddaughter for the number. And I wish it was too hard for me to believe.
Okay.
And, you know, and that's how far we are right now.
Did you involve the police?
No, I'm not there on the ground, so I didn't involve the police, you know, because I would be called in then and I wouldn't have any head and take.
Did you, in what medium did you send him this money?
I send it through, sometimes I send it through Western Union. Most of the time was through Western Union, and when I opened this Sendwave, and some of it I sent it through Sendwave, but majority was with Western Union.
So now, have you thought about ordering a power of attorney to your granddaughters for you to recoup this money?
Yes.
And how far is that gone?
Each time she called him, he would turn the phone off, he would switch her call, or she would use another phone and call him. As soon as he hear her voice, he would drop the line. So it just became, you know, frustrating and annoying. So this is why I decided, you know, to take it this way.
What is the frustrating part that most Liberians will then, they leave from here, go to the diaspora, work hard? I've been in the U.S. I know how hard folks work down there, 9-to-5 jobs to obtain your living, and you take your hard-earned money and send it back, $14,000 plus United States dollars, and get this kind of job, and even getting your money back is a tough thing. How do you feel?
I'm not hearing you. I lost you, please. Hello?
Yeah, I say, how do you feel that you work so hard for your money and then you get this in return?
It's very frustrating. It's very frustrating. You know, and I wish I really don't want other people to go through this. This is why I decided to expose him, because I know some maybe other people is the victim like me. It's very frustrating. Right now, I'm not going home until tonight, almost 12 o'clock. I'm working up to 12 o'clock today, you know, and I work so hard for my money, and someone just push me on the way that, you know, is a tall or chicken change we're talking about.
Are you planning to come back from the U.S. just in case you cannot get your money to meet this guys face to face?
Oh, sure. Anytime I'm planning getting back to Liberia.
Okay, before we go to the property and all of that, I want you to stay by the phone. We will be calling you, but we're about to talk to your granddaughter. After we talk to her, then the new guys who are supervising this project will walk us through for our viewers to see the previous foundation. And it's important to note, guys, what you are looking at now is not what that was at this particular spot. So there's like put a foundation, a round foundation, and I want you to take a look as these guys walk us through when we move down. But first, let's talk to the granddaughter who is right there. Introduce yourself and then we can go.
Hi, I'm Ellen Wilson. I'm the granddaughter to the victim. Yeah, so I was in Ghana when my grandmother called me, and then she was like, "Oh, Ellen, this is what happened." And this guy refusing to pick my call. So I called him. I was like, "Oh, dude, what's up?" And he was like, "Oh, I know what I did to your grandmother. It's not good."
He said that?
Yes. He said he know what he did to my grandmother. It's not good. But he promised to pay the money January ending. So
did he make a commitment? Did you make him text you or something like that?
No.
It was just on the phone.
Yes.
Okay.
So after we got you talking, I called her. I told her, I said, "But grandma, the guy said on
the end of
January he will pay the money."
And how much we're talking here?
She said he charged her 14,500, I think, and then they talked, and then it came down to 13,500. So when I talked to him, he was like, "Oh, I even have a car that I'm supposed to sell and get half of the money."
Who cares where the money is coming from?
Exactly.
Just
so
have
I
it paid.
told him, I said, "I don't even care. I don't care where the money coming from also, because every one of us, we are human, we make mistakes at times." And he was like, "Yeah, thank you for understanding," and blah blah blah. I said, "Okay." So before I could come to Liberia, I called him. I was like, oh, I will be coming next week, which was the first week in February. I called him. I was like, oh, I will be in Liberia first week in February. Please, I don't want to call you back to, but you should be the one calling me.
Right.
So when I reached on Saturday, I called him. He was like, hello, who's this? I said, oh, I'm the one. So what's the way we meeting for the money? Oh, I'll come to you, blah, blah, blah. I said, oh, okay, no problem. I waited for him the whole of, it was on Saturday. I waited for him. He didn't turn up. Since then, anytime I call him, he don't pick. Even if I use somebody else's number to call him, as soon as he pick, he know that I'm
your voice.
He can end the call. So
wow.
I texted him. I was like, I have the text in my phone. I was like, oh, is that the right you want to go with us? He said, no, you know, things haven't been. I said, I don't care. What you mean by things haven't been? He said, the lady that working for her money, you know what she been going through to work for her money? Why I can't be trusted? And then he was like, okay, let's see. I said, my dear, you don't even have time. Even me, like, yeah, I don't even have time on my hand to come be waiting for you. And then that's how I told her, I said, but then I will get to Mr. Weeks, so like we can publish him, because she been on my back to do something for her.
What is the most frustrating part that, I mean, what happened and the way the money was taken?
Yeah, it's so frustrating, right? Because she works so hard. Anytime I call my grandma, she on Twitter.
Yeah, even now. That's why she cannot go for video.
From Monday to Sunday, she don't rest. She don't rest. Like, she literally don't rest. Every day she on Twitter. So like, somebody entrusting you with $13,500, and for you to like frustrate them.
Only this little crazy foundation.
This foundation that he charged $13,500 for. It's so frustrating. Like,
you would have hired me. For real. Wow.
Yeah, so right now we just like.
Okay, hold your thought, Ellen. Let's get the guys who are in charge. What's your name?
I'm Patrick Nemo.
Patrick, and you are?
I'm Josh.
Okay, take us. Let's go walk down to look at what we have here. So, guys, the guys are taking you down, and what you're about to see will shock you. I want you to just hold your breath and see how this was a whole, I don't know, call it 419 or Ponzi scheme or whatever this guy did to get, this woman to believe that he could have done something like this. And what you are looking here now is not the actual foundation, right, guys?
Yeah.
This, come here, don't go far. So this here is not what he did.
No, we did this.
Huh?
We did this. The first one he did, it was 4 inch.
Okay.
And we did 8 inch.
You did 8 inch,
Yeah.
and he did 4 inch in each.
In fact, the stereo that he used, it's like stereo from on small. It stopped somewhere in another small stereo, and the one that came from the damper. So as long as you shake it like this, the whole thing will move.
It will move.
It will move.
Wow.
So even the foundation, bro, the first day.
Okay. Before we go, let's go show what he did.
Okay.
Let's go show, because I know you got his foundation. His foundation has been swallowed up in yours, right? Yeah. Okay. So let's go take a look at where's the other. So we're
No.
so literally we can see it from here.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
so yeah, this is the best place we can come.
Yeah.
Right. So, guys, take a look. This is his foundation.
Yeah, this.
This belongs to the alleged guy now.
Yeah. Edwin.
The Edwin guy.
Yeah.
And this is yours.
This is what we did.
Wow.
Come, please.
Wow.
See the foundation? The foundation, it came straight. But after we put it there, the whole thing fall.
It collapsed.
It collapsed.
Okay, so we can see it from there.
From the back. Just check from the back.
So this is yours.
Yes.
Wow.
You see the foundation?
Let me be careful.
Yeah,
Yeah.
So, oh my God.
Yeah, you see the foundation?
So this is his.
Yeah, you see what I'm talking about, the stereo. You see where it stop? So when it stop in, and another stereo to come up.
Oh, so he didn't even.
No.
They not came up.
This was like a time bomb.
Yes. So when we put it there, the high fall. You see this?
Yeah.
Inside
You can.
Inside we tie the other foundation.
Yeah.
We tie it from here. And we came up and tie it from here again.
So look at it. Basically, the moment the house would have gone up, it wouldn't have taken.
fall.
The whole thing was out there.
What?
Yes.
If I zoom the camera, guys, take a look. So this is what the guy constructed in there,
this already
and this
condemned.
this is the original one.
that we did.
Wow.
Yes.
This is already
I think you
condemned.
see, oh yeah.
And let me stand back. So take a look. You see?
See this?
Yeah. Let me come back out here, and you all have to even connect this.
Yes. Connected it to the new wall.
Wow.
You see this?
Let me show the viewers. So you see, guys,
Because you move that grass.
just put your grass back. Yeah. So you see, if you see, take a look at the old foundation. If I zoom the camera, gradually keep going, take a look. Yeah, that's his foundation right here in there. Wow. For 13,000 United States dollars. So, wow, this is his old one. Okay, that's his stereo right there.
This one, if we shake it properly, it can be removed.
It will be removed.
Yes.
Wow. Yeah, that's his foundation there collapsing.
Yeah, it collapsed already.
Yeah, you see it? That's it there, right? You see the crack right there? Look at that.
I think you see the one face. They play solid.
Yeah.
Iron solid.
Yeah?
Well, what we did, after we came up with the 8-inch block, we had to tie the entire house. To tie the entire house, when we go through, we added two other courses. Then we had to tie it again around the entire place. We had to tie it again. Because you cannot build a place in this kind of
swampy.
You don't make it solid. So if you check between here,
so all of these collapse stuff are his
yes,
on its own.
yes,
and you can see that there's not that many motor out of there.
No. So no
Take a look.
Yes, no sin.
It just slipped off, and look at these. Look at that. Look at this. This is you see all the sand. Look at all the holes and all the sand. You can just grab this and just look at that. Look at that. Wow. Yeah, total wickedness, Nelly Johnson. She said, take a look. I mean, this is real wickedness. Look at this is the foundation in here.
Yeah.
All of this right here. Look. 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 All of this. Take a look. This already cracked here. Look. I can just move it. Look at that. Look at. You know, I can just squeeze them in my hand. Look at that. Wow. And you have rocks, you know, real and Liberia, you have rocks all over in the country. Take a look at all the rocks he has in this new foundation. Wow. And you can better see it from here.
Yeah.
So that's him.
Yeah.
Him right here.
Yeah, this is work.
Even the steel rod, I think you shake it, they move. I think you shake it.
Yeah, and let's go up there. You see some of his work. That's a steel rod right there.
Even some areas never have steel rod. Some bossy. No steel
So
rod.
all of these other ones are all from
us.
from y'all.
Yeah,
Yes.
we did that job.
How much did she pay to get this new foundation done?
Less than $3,000.
Less than 3,000? And when you look in the camera, you say less than what?
Less than $3,000.
Less than 3,000.
Everything for that. And I'm grateful. We are grateful that we can just eat people money. We can't eat people money. Some money is not our. I've been doing it for people. We've been doing it for people. One Mark Willie from America. She saw the work. Mark Willie. Tell God thank you for him first. Some money is not our. She spent less than $3,000. She spent $13,000 on the ground. I saw she'll talk. I get evidence for that. We get evidence for that. This is my brother. He joined me from the work.
That is a little over 4 times what was spent.
For sure.
Spent a little. That's a $3,000. I think you see the new push. There's a new push.
Yeah, I see all of that.
Inside this solid.
Interestingly, every material that will require
She'll pay for it in the store.
She consulted the guy in the store, right in the store. Oh, those guys, they need X number of steroids.
Right.
They need X.
So she's you're building it together.
Yes. So there's nothing that.
So this right here is a building material store.
Building material
So
store.
you get the materials from right there and boom, right on the property.
Here. Unlike steroids, they grew legs, they walked away. Cement bags, they grew legs, they walked away. But
He
yeah.
want people work, he doesn't pay the people.
So I mean,
wow.
I mean, it's so frustrating.
I get your picture, sir.
Okay, so let's come back to the granddaughter who will then pull out his photo. Let's see his photo, the guy we're talking about. Yep. So this is the, yeah, this is the guy right there. You're good.
They're calling Jesus boy.
You see his name? That's his name right there, Jesus boy. You know, that's his name right there. And if you see him anywhere on the pulpit, that's Jesus boy right there. He's the one. His actual name is Edwin Tequah, EDWINTEQAH, aka Jesus boy. And these are allegations. Edwin still journalistically has his side and they're in court, but now it is public opinion. Somebody say, y'all please put his number up. I don't know what is Edwin. Yeah, we'll put Judah say these are the people that are calling Liberians in the diaspora to come home and invest just for them to steal from us. He is brave, calling himself Jesus boy, says Joseph Camel. Liberian man say, where you tie your goat, there where it can eat. They will never build trust. Thanks for the name. How many apartments? Sandy wants to know, and all you guys are out there. Let's talk to you. This your first time on the property?
Yes, it's my first time.
Since you got back. What do you make of what you see?
I'm so like.
You
Even
would
when I
have.
saw the video.
If you
I
got
was-
bedroom here, it would have collapsed on you.
Exactly.
Of course.
Yeah, so I'm so
Wow.
disappointed in him. And now they don't want, as the person said, they don't want can be saying, or those are in America can come down to invest and blah blah blah, but they are not trustworthy. So why would they put you come to Liberia to invest when you are not trustworthy? You know? Yeah. So I'm so disappointed in him, and yeah. So.
Okay, so okay, somebody's asking for this new people contact. We're gonna put the new people contact on, but see if you can get grandma back on the phone.
Okay.
And let's see. Sandra Onanugar says this is so scary, guys. You want to share this video? Harris Bolo Jr. said this is really sad. We the youth always want people to trust us, but instead we're doing things like this. Wild suspicions. Read and share the video, because if you share this video, you could help and save someone. Again, Kwame Opa Weeks for the Panorama here in Monrovia. Let's get grandma back on the phone.
So how you feel about the new construction era?
Yeah, y'all doing well, extremely well. I just hope y'all continue it and not let her down again, cause yeah.
We got her on the phone?
Yeah.
Yeah, ma'am?
Yeah, and you call me, hang up.
Yeah, hello? Hello?
Yes, call me.
Yeah. Yeah, so go ahead and tell us our review the entire project. What do you make of these new guys?
Oh, they're doing a good job. I'm very impressed with the job that they're doing.
Okay. Wow. When do you, I know not to give the culprit or the accused time or to know when he's coming, when you're coming, but any plans to come back home soon?
Yes. Yes, I'll be back soon. I will be home soon.
Yeah, so what's your message to people watching this podcast?
My message is to let people really investigate people who they are and getting to get a project too. Really investigate, see some of the work that they have done, not just for recommend, and we haven't seen the work they have done, and making sure that the person who doing this work be on ground to know exactly what is going on. not taking people money and staying away and doing something. So I'm asking that nobody to just listen to somebody to say recommend you, and you have not seen to know exactly the kind of work that this person who you would be recommended to can do.
Did you recognize or see any red flag at the time you were giving this guy the money to be like, maybe when you were like halfway up to 6,000, 7,000, 8,000, you'll be like, this thing doesn't look good. Did you get any red flag like that?
Yes, I got red flag, and for every time when I get, some information, he would tells me people undermine people in Liberia when they see a young person trying to better themselves.
That's how he convinced you.
That's how he said. Yeah, he convinced me people, and people try to undermine people when they are a young person trying to better themselves. This is why, people in Liberia, that's how they behave. So, he would tell me, oh, man, I read it, I understand, you're working hard. I understand, man, trust me, I would not do this to you. So I just let it go. I said, okay, let me continue with him. But until a certain time, it reached to a place. When I saw the recording, I thought I was dreaming.
Wow. Can you pull that video up or the previous stuff? Yeah, wait.
Right away. I told him, I don't think you can, continue on this work, because he said, oh, yes, I can fix the damage that you saw. I'm sorry, I can have it repaired. But I'm keep spending money and repair, and more repair keep coming. So that's a lot of red flag.
Wow. Okay, ma'am, it was nice talking to you. We say good luck on that front, and we hope that you can recoup your money, and that these new guys will give you your money's worth.
Okay, I hope you're watching, because this is just the first step. I will get to Liberia, and he will see the rest of it. I hope you watch it.
Thank you so much, and we want you now leave this and let's go pull up that video of the property so that we could see. You could see. Take a look. You want to go on landscape? All right. So this is when the this is where you had it. Take a look. The foundation crack right there. You see that? This is before the new guys came in. Everything was already broken, and you can see that that's the video there showing. Take a look there. This is the video of when these guys were then called in. They had already started to crack on his own. He's tying steel rods and all kinds of stuff for, something that he would have done, good. Let's get back on this side. If you're
that's a new way the new guy is doing.
So this is when the guys were doing the new job.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay, so let's sum it up, guys. What you make of what's happening now in this country? Does that, because it puts all of you in the same shoes that now once there are right the whole bunch.
To be frank, I'm an engineer, but after she called to me and said, Josh, my work has been spoiled, and a lot of things carried there on the foundation and put it in the foundation. When I brought the first there, as soon as I dropped it in the foundation, the whole foundation collapsed. She asked me, Joy, can you find somebody to do the work? I said, yeah, there are people that are working for me. Even the people that have been working for me.
If the foundation can't hold dirt, then what can it hold? It can't even hold me.
So I brought some people in, and I would do the new foundation. I think you said you seen it with your own eye.
Yeah.
You seen the new foundation. I started with 8 inch, and he started with 6 inch. Even some of the steel rod, I think shake it it will move. So she asked me to do the work, and I did the work. I finished the whole foundation. I'm not feeling enough for cashing. Yes.
And,
okay.
And Mr. Wish,
yeah, go ahead.
And the frustrating part about it, the first time George brought me, when he showed me the property, I was very blunt with him. I said, George, this is a complete mess. I told him, I said, you have to call the lady back in America and tell her if she needs a property, she has to spend money. We have to redo the entire foundation. I told him, he said, but Patrick, the money too much. I said, then she doesn't have a property.
Right.
I told him plain. I said, she doesn't have a property. The little mistake, this thing goes up 1 inch and somebody lied on it. That person will die instantly. And it did not end there until he started putting debt.
And it started to collapse.
It started to collapse by itself. He said, my man, what you told me, it was right. I said, but Georgie, honestly, if you're somebody that has a home that have built for yourself, and you know the kind of materials you have used, you know what somebody is doing.
And this place is very, very ideal on the road. You cannot put cheap construction.
Yeah. I mean, it's so frustrating. There. It's so frustrating.
But thank God I came in.
Of course.
Thank God I came in.
It's so frustrating.
And she seen it.
It's so frustrating.
Well, just a recap, guys. Those of you who are following, again, my name is KWAME Opa Wicks. This is a situation of allegation of fraud where a guy posing as an engineer managed to allegedly dupe 14,000 United States dollars out of Nelta Anderson from the US. And we hope, Edwin, if you are listening or following Mr. Tikwa, you can reach out to us. Our number is 088-1102-511 or 0775-1285-23, and you can reach out to us for your side of the story. But till then, this is a case where the public opinion will judge you, and based on our camera and all our work, you are now maybe guilty for now until you can prove your innocence. Let's go to you so that you can wrap it up. Final word. You won't have sleeping place now until Edwin brings that money back.
Literally. Yeah, so I hope you watch this video to know that we are very serious about the money, because you can't scam somebody like that. Someone that work hard for their money, she not even young girl, but old man that work for money so hard for you to, you know, be brave to scam her. So like, yeah.
This place is after Bend and Stop. When you go into Dixville, when you make that second turn on your right, it is right on the road. It's an ideal place. Well, goodbye. God bless you.